show of the weekend.
Hello!
Hey!
Hey, welcome along to show of the almost weekend
Yeah!
with Luke and hello Ellen.
Hello!
It's nice to see you.
And you, Luke. It's always a pleasure. Always
I like
a
your
pleasure.
blue headphones. They go with your hair.
Thank you, they do. Look, I can do that, and then it's like they're not there. I'm Princess
Oh,
Leia.
wow.
Hang on. There we go.
Ah, that's good. There we go. I think you should make that a permanent thing.
Yeah?
Yep.
Hang on. If I loop it through here. There
Yeah.
we go. No, it's
That looks
not. It's not
really- oh.
staying. Not staying.
Bit of super glue. That's what you need.
Or
Drench
a
your hair in super
hair
glue.
clip. Hang on.
A
I've got
hair clip?
One of these things.
Here we go.
Hang on.
You'll be amazed to know, viewers, that we didn't rehearse this beforehand.
No. Hang on.
Here we go.
There we
Fingers
go.
crossed.
Is that staying?
Oh, that's staying. Right, now do the other one.
Right, okay. Another hair clip. My drawer of many hair clips. Okay.
Here we
Right,
go.
Go through. Come on, hair. Go on. That's it.
Yes, it's working. Nathan Plummer says, "This is how you know they're live."
There you go.
That looks great. Oh wow! I
Are
can
you a little short for a stormtrooper?
Yes, I can 100% guarantee that you're going to forget that you've done that, and when we finish the stream, you're going to
I'll take
your
the
head, you're going to
headphones
yank
off and
your
go,
headphones off. Yeah, you'll be like, get these headphones off, and pull all your hair out.
Yay!
Well, welcome along everyone in the chat. Adrian Bedingfield says Kingdoms of Amalur forever. And Angel Beat says, with the great blue coloured buns, you're Princess Leia now.
Yes.
So there you go.
Right.
Yep, the chat really enjoyed that, Ellen, as they may well do. So what's on the agenda today for this week's show, Ellen?
Well, I believe you're going to talk about a game that you've been playing, that I'm very excited that you've been playing.
It's on screen now,
won't
so it's
spoil
not
that
going to be
just
much
yet.
of a spoiler.
Oh, it's on screen now. Okay. Nier Automata.
It's Nier Automata.
You've joined one of us.
Yay!
Let me ask you, which playthrough are you on?
Oh, just number one. Just play through number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
I have no idea how far through the game I am because I left my PlayStation idling by mistake. And so, and that was in the first hour. So when I checked, it's like, total playtime, 8.5 hours. And I'm like, what? No, it definitely isn't that. Yeah. So, but it's meant that, now every time I go to look, I can't remember, was it, how much do I need to add to figure out how long I've actually been playing? I can tell you where I'm up to, if that would help.
Yeah.
So let's see. We've gone down into the ruins of the Undercity. I want to say a big thing popped out of the town, and then we went down under the stuff. And that's about it. I've got back out of that, but that's that's about as far as I've got.
Okay, I think I remember where that is.
So not terribly far, really.
No. So you've not been out to the desert yet, which is some of the footage that
I've been to the desert. I've been to the desert. I've done the amusement park.
Amusement park, which is the best thing in any game.
Yeah, that's
ever.
incredible. And I also really, really enjoyed the little Ewok village of robots. Yeah, there's all these, that's cool. There's all these little robots, and they live in a tree house that's really hard to navigate, but is real cute. And all the robots are so sweet. And it's really frustrating because you'll know this if you've played the game, and it's not a huge spoiler if you haven't, but at the start of the game, you're sent down to Earth. You are one of two androids who are part of, humanity has fled Earth, right? Humanity has fled to the moon.
They are all on the moon.
Yeah.
All the humans are on the moon, and the Earth is taken over by robots.
Yes.
But you are androids built by humans to fight the robots.
Yes. You're a pair of good-looking androids as opposed to the lumpy and misshapen rusty machines on the surface. So you go down there and start kicking their butts because they're not cool and good-looking like you are. But
they've not got on-point hair.
Yeah, exactly. But then when you but it very, very quickly becomes apparent that actually maybe the machines are a little bit smarter and a little bit more sentient and a little less evil than it appears. And the story, progresses from there. But I've kind of got to that point. But it's frustrating because you can see that coming for like way before the characters do. So like the robots are like, I feel love and pain, and you're like, it's like the square of the sum of the hypotenuse is equal to, and you're like, why is this stupid fax machine talking about love? Let's kill it. Yeah.
Ow, I am in pain.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
There's loads of moments in the first few hours where like your two characters, 2B and 9S, are just like slaying these machines, just absolutely butchering them, and you're like, I can tell from a mile away that we shouldn't be doing this and that this is bad. But there's loads of like really cute machines that you have to kill. Oh man, so yeah, it's a bit of a it's kind of messing with my mind. The thing that I'm really enjoying about it though is that I played it because I had so much fun with Final Fantasy VII Remake, way more of a good time than I expected.
Right.
And so I was looking for another RPG that was in that vein of being open world, but not really. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, not so open world that you could be lost in there for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, it's like, it is an open world. You can walk around, but basically, like,
there's not like 50 million side quests.
And the game's always leading you, like, on, to one spot.
Where?
Yeah, this way, come follow me to the objective marker. And the story moves quite quickly. Yeah, and I turned on words, Luke. Come on. I turned on the Japanese audio, which I also did for Final.
Yes, that's how I've been playing it as well. It's good.
Huge improvement. I have to say. Again, nothing wrong with the. I mean, we talked about this when we talked about Final Fantasy VII. Nothing wrong with the English voice acting, but it just feels right when you put it in Japanese. I don't know.
Yeah.
One thing.
It's just they really the Japanese voice actors know how to do like really hammy stuff that sounds very genuine.
Yes.
Like, and I don't know whether it's the language, so like it doesn't sound as bad when it's like in Japanese, or as if you hear it in English, you're like, ugh.
It could be. Also, the other thing is like I really don't know how good the Japanese voice acting is. Because I don't speak Japanese, and so I don't really understand. I've never heard Japanese voice acting that I've gone, that was a little hammy. I've got no idea. So you kind of benefit from the fact that it's you just sort of hear it. You kind of fill in the gaps with your imagination for it and make it as good as it could possibly sound, I think.
Yeah.
The footage you're seeing on screen now is that thing where you find the corpse of another real world player, and you can sort of harvest them, you can loot them, or you can kind of bring them back to life, and they become a very weak and rubbish AI buddy that dies straight away like a chump, and you're like, I see how you got into this mess. Which I really like that feature. It's kind of oh no, I know I'm about to compare it to Dark Souls. Sorry. But
it is that thing where it's another player from another game has died in that position. And so it's also quite nice when you're going through and you're like, oh, I'm not the only one that's died here, because there's like 2 android bodies lying there. Yeah. Especially, it's a bit scary though at the beginning of the game, because like this footage that is playing is my gameplay from very near the beginning of the game, and when you come across 2 android bodies next to each other, you're like, oh, does this mean I'm gonna like die loads?
Yeah, you're like, what happened to these 2?
Oh, gosh.
Well, it's like in Dark Souls, it's done with messages. So the equivalent thing is like you find little messages that people have written on the floor for you. I really, really enjoyed that in the game. But you have a similar thing where you'll be walking along and you get to like a new room and the floor is just covered in messages, and you're like, oh no. Yeah. And you read them and it's like, run. And like hide here and stuff, and it's very weird. But I am really enjoying the game. I think the story is cool, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And the combat is great, obviously, because it's
the combat. It's just fantastic, and it like at the beginning I felt like a total scrub, but it opens up, like you've got the way that you can like augment the way you play is you find chips around the world, and you literally have you have to like defragment your android every once in a while to get rid of the gaps and everything, and then you can swap things in. You only have so much memory. And there's also a fun little thing I believe we used in a list once where you can kill yourself accidentally by taking out like the main power chip.
Yes.
Getting that game over. Yeah, it's really fun. Like you kind of like build up your style, and like as you get further into like the later gameplay, you can really open up a lot of things, like being able to. For me, the main thing is like if you get hit, be able to jump back into it very quickly.
Oh, okay, right.
So like be less likely to be staggered. That's the first thing I recommend that you buy. My hair is going. My ear hair is going.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. Just while I fix this, yeah. No, I really enjoy the combat in it. Is brilliant. It is ridiculous. The other thing that is brilliant in this game, the other hair's going now, is no
structural integrity has been lost. Hang on, you fix your hair for a second, Ellen. I'll catch up with the chat.
The music,
oh, the music,
yes, is what I wanted.
It's got loads of singing in it, which you hardly ever get in a video game.
No.
Which is cool and unexpected.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what I would like to talk about. Something that I like in the game. You mentioned quite how customizable your character is.
Yeah.
Like you can sort of pull out your you can like pull out your chips and stuff. Like you can even get rid of the mini map and things like that if you want to make more space for combat mods. There we go, that's looking good. But the other thing that I really appreciated was that the controls for the game are complete. Like everything is mappable.
Yes.
You can completely remap everything. And I did that because if I show you a PlayStation 4 control, I've got a visual aid. Look.
Yeah. Ooh, very nice.
You'll recognise this from popular culture. It's the controller for Sony's PlayStation 4,
Ooh.
and by default, the game has those kind of like claw controls. You know, where you like hold it like this because it wants you.
That's when we first talked about this in Show of the Weekend. I was saying about how like, oh my goodness, I have to do this and use both fingers at the same time, like a little velociraptor.
Yes, because I think by default you've got on R1 that's where your like firing is, and then and then I can't remember what it is in R2, but it's something else that you need all the time. It might be dodge.
Yeah, I think it's dodge. Yeah,
I think it's dodge. But anyway, because I just played Final Fantasy VII for like 35 hours or something. I had all that muscle memory baked in, and I was really struggling with the controls because also I cannot do that.
Yeah.
I have to do, which I think is more normal, like I play like this. So so I was like, well, I don't have to put up with this. Why should I? So I went into the settings and reconfigured everything. So now I pick up items with L1, and my control scheme is completely ridiculous, but I've basically mapped it to be Final Fantasy VII, and it's just made it so much easier, and I really appreciate you can do that.
It's so good.
All right, let's see what the chat's saying. Vilox says, if tripping with your headphones cable wasn't bad enough, I love your commitment, Ellen.
Thank you.
It is some commitment. Quinn Dracon says, R2, D2. Kate O'Sullivan says it's Dino Gaming. That's what we should call it. That's what we should call the claw style. It's like T-Rex gaming. I believe
that's like how a lot of like professional like FPS players play. Like I that's how they play like that. I know people who like play like that as well, and they have like really weird setups the way that they hold things.
Have you ever seen the what's his name? Sakurai, the guy, the dude in charge of Smash Brothers.
Right.
Have you ever seen him play a competitive match of Smash Brothers against himself?
Yeah.
With one hand per controller.
Yeah.
And so he has like one controller like this. He sort of play. Hang on, I've got to switch it, and he's sort of like.
It's like that bit in
like
Ghost in the Shell where the extra fingers come out of the fingers when they're like, I'm like,
yeah. And you watch that and you start to get an idea of like, oh, I can see how Smash Brothers is so overwhelmingly complicated to play. I think I'm beginning to see why this is so unfriendly to new players. And he's like, well, it's easy. I mean, you're playing it with twice as many hands as I use, so it must be straightforward. Angel Beat says, I'm installing Nier Automata, reinstalling Nier Automata right now.
Nice.
Leon Brooks says, yay for everything and yay for your hair headphones, Ellen. What else is going on in the chat? Oh, okay, this is a good one. ExploreTube says, which game most deserves the acronym AC in your opinion? So, we're struggling at the moment well, for many reasons we're struggling at the moment. But one of them is that both Assassin's Creed and Animal Crossing have the initials AC.
And those are the two games that we're streaming.
And those are the two games we're streaming. So, Ellen, when you see AC, what comes into your mind?
Assassin's Creed, because for the past 10 years nearly, that's what it's been in my head.
Yeah,
I've been playing Assassin's Creed games since 2010. The series has been going since 2007, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, or maybe 2008. But yeah, that. I've played so many Assassin's Creed games. It's AC. Animal Crossing is ACNH, and there's a gap between them. ACNH, because
I have to say, I'm exactly the same. I think that I see AC, and even when I'm doing wow, God, I did it then. Even when I'm playing Animal Crossing and doing an Animal Crossing live stream, if someone in the chat says AC, I auto-correct it to Assassin's Creed in my head.
Assassin's Creed.
So in answer to your question, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Alexi T says, show of the Friday, show of the Friday, show of the Friday.
Yeah. Nicholas Cross said Assassin's Creed is AC and Animal Crossing is AX. Easy peasy.
Oh, Animal Crossing. That's good as well, because a lot of my animals are cross. I've got a new islander today.
Who have you got?
Well, I didn't know they were moving in, because Velma the goat packed up and left. Just left me. No, it's fine. Don't miss her or care. So it's fine. But are you kidding? The new resident is, I think he's called Kabuki. I want to say he's got a cool mask.
Nice. Oh, so because I think there's a Kabuki mask.
Yes, he's got a Kabuki mask.
Yeah.
That's kind of his face, but he's sort of like a cat. He has a surprisingly deep voice. So yeah, big fan of that. Clarence Schaffner says, can I get a shout out to Willie, Maurice and Noah so they will think Dad is cool. Also, they want to see more kippers. Hello, Willie, Maurice and Noah. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I want to see more kippers as well.
Yeah. We need to find a way. There must be a way we can do it. The others are doing it with Resident Evil, so we should be able to do some Skyrim.
With all our modern technology. The thing is, when we Let's Play Skyrim, we end up cutting out so much, because Skyrim is such a bad game for things ending up taking, boring things ending up taking absolutely ages.
Yeah, you get the prime cuts.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh, you don't have to edit it. No, we do have to edit it because it's a lot of waiting around, loading times.
The loading times.
A mod not quite working.
Oh yeah, uninstalling, reinstalling the mod, changing the order of the mods. Because one of them cancels out another. Trying to figure out which save is which.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Goodness, yeah.
Hard pass. But I tell you what, we'll have a proper think about it, because I miss that cat and his stupid face.
Such a good boy.
Yeah. But yes, Nier Automata, in conclusion, is good. Or at least it's good so far. Does it? Yeah. Without giving anything away, Ellen, does it continue to be good?
It does. You play as different characters each time.
Okay. So how long? How long? I don't think this would be too spoilery to know. How long is a playthrough? If you had to guess, is it closer to?
Say depends. Because I tend to play games quite slowly because I'm exploring everything and chat to everything. Because there are some missable side quests as well that you can only do as one character.
Yeah.
You basically not to completely spoil it or anything, but you see different perspectives, and you play slightly different play styles, but it's still very much the same combat system and game. It's just that there's additional things for different characters. It's about 15 to 20 hours per time, I think.
Okay, all right.
So
that's cool.
In the end, if you play it, there's three playthroughs.
Right.
So it ends up being 45 to 60 hours in total.
Cool.
I think. I believe.
Okay.
But it depends. If you just straight mainline the main quests, I think it's fine. It's not like you've got level caps or anything that you need to reach to carry on the story.
Yeah.
It just means that you might get better gear and different things. And also just chat to all the side characters, because it's such a brilliant world that the storytelling in the side quests alone.
Yeah. A lot of weirdness, a lot of sadness.
There's a lot of, and it's all like, if you know anything about philosophy, every other character is named after a famous philosopher.
Yeah.
There's all these different things, like the big, huge robot that you fight right at the beginning of the game is called like Engels, I believe, or is he Marx? One of them. It's just like it's ridiculous. And then of course your 2B.
Yeah.
2B or not 2B.
Deep, man. What does it all mean?
What does it all mean? And also, I will say, because I remember in our Let's Play, we couldn't stand 9S, who is her 2B's friend, the boy.
You're seeing him on
for some
screen
reason
now.
Is wearing school shorts.
Yeah, it's not a great look.
No, but as you play the game, you begin to warm to him a little bit more. Because he's like the character right at the beginning where you're like, maybe we shouldn't be killing these things. But on camera, he's going, no, just murder them.
Yeah,
and
kill
you're
it now. Stamp on its neck.
But he's got a really good character arc, I believe.
Okay.
Like, not to give away anything of where he ends up, but he initially you're like, shut up, and then by the end of it, you're like, oh, he's all right.
All right, I think that's probably all I have to say about Nier Automata without things getting too spoilery.
Yeah.
So should we do a couple more comments from the chat, and then we'll move on to Predator Hunting Grounds, which Ellen's going to tell us all about. All right, let's shut down that Nier footage. Nabil Corrigan says, Luke, thank you so much for the AC streams. They've really helped me in this difficult time of transition. I also agree with the others. More kippers. Wow. Everyone wants kippers.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants kippers, it turns out. And Timu Pulkinen says, will you continue Kingdoms of Amalur gameplay? Ah, yes, the other requests that we get all the time.
Well, whenever I'm streaming Black Flag, everyone's like, why aren't you playing Kingdoms of Amalur? The reason for this is because I want Luke to play it. I want Luke to experience it.
I think you should feel free, Ellen, to just play it by yourself if you want to. You should take it and run.
I play it myself, what will happen is we'll end up in the blacksmithing a bit,
right? For
about 3 hours at a go.
Yeah.
As I try and break apart a weapon for components.
Okay.
Not get the rare component that I want. Reload my last save and then do it again. It does sound good. To an interesting stream. I think we need someone new who's never played it before.
A brave maverick.
To give it a go.
Yes, sometimes it takes an outsider.
Yeah, exactly.
A rare genius.
Outside explorer.
Okay, well, now that you've sold it to me in a way where I'm a unique maverick who has what it takes.
Yeah.
I'm more tempted. Cool. Okay. Well, I think it should. I mean, I think we've sort of hinted at this before, but I think we should do something Kingdoms of Amalur related when we hit 1 million subscribers.
Oh yeah.
And that is it's the.
Like, it has to happen.
It has to happen. Yeah.
Well, actually, literally, because I had to get some capture for it recently. It's right here.
Oh, there. It's never more than 5 feet away from Ellen.
Yeah.
She keeps it on a gold neck chain.
It's probably cutting out a little bit on this bit because of the green screen.
Oh yeah, it is.
Look at it.
Cool. Look at it. So glossy.
Oh.
I can't. I'm so upset when I think about how many of those I've signed. Very small in the corner because Ellen's name goes big in the middle, as you well imagine. Ant Sweeney says, seriously, both of you are the best lockdown medicine. Thank you so much for all the streams and everything else you're doing. Oh no, well, thank you for watching. Okay, Ellen, do you wish to describe to me a game?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Right. So you've heard of like Predator?
Yes. He's
films.
He's a tall chap, and he'll get your spine out lickety split. Yeah.
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 Like that. He's got like, the big things that go over his head like that, and then it goes, and he wears a mask usually to hide that.
Yeah,
bit.
but he takes the mask off when he fights Arnie for real at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, there's a video game with that thing in it.
What? They made a video game with a predator in it?
They made a video game with a predator in it.
Yeah.
So Predator Hunting Grounds
Mhm.
is a new asymmetrical shooter, which means that the numbers on each side of the team are not equal.
Yeah.
And it sees you play as either one of 4 Marines who has a task, like they're running down a cartel or something. They've got a task to do, but at the same time, they are being hunted by a predator.
Okay.
They're on a mission to not get eaten by a predator.
That's my dream as well.
Yeah, and another player plays as the predator and has to hunt them down.
Is this a bit like Friday the 13th?
Yeah, and it's a bit like Evolve, but that game didn't sell very well
okay.
because it didn't quite work. I can't remember what happened with that one, but
Okay.
that's free to play now, I think. I don't know. But Predator Hunting Grounds is basically like that. I think Hunt Showdown is a little bit like that as well.
Okay.
So basically you either play as one of 4 Marines,
Yep.
or you play as the Predator.
Okay.
And there's
The predator, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. You never know, because the thing is, there's 4 people against 1. But Luke, actually,
Okay.
I've got a question. The first question actually pertains to this.
Hang on.
Luke...
There we go. I've successfully managed to get a picture of the predator onto the stream. Okay, good. Right. Sorry. There we go. Cool.
So, Luke, if you could pick any 3 video game characters to take with you to face a predator, who would they be?
What a great question. Okay, so I'm picking my dream team of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my first thoughts were like I would have like the Doom guy / Link, like the most capable like monster killers ever.
Yeah.
But then I am a little bit worried about them pulling focus from me because it is my game. I am the team leader. I worry that if I try and lead the Doom Marine like into combat with the Predator, the Doom Marine will be like, I think we should kill you instead, Luke. I think me and the Predator should kill you because you're weak and bad.
I don't think the Doom guy would do that. I don't think Doom guy would do that.
Okay, all right.
He likes going after the big ugly monsters.
Okay, all right.
That's his whole thing.
Okay, all right. Number 1, Kirby. Because Kirby is canonically the most strongest game character. So that's a fact. Because do you remember that bit in the cutscene for Smash Brothers where, like, at the beginning,
everyone dies
except Kirby, because Kirby is canonically the most powerful video game character. So I would definitely have Kirby. So straight off the bat, Kirby could inhale the Predator and
take his powers.
Yeah, well, I mean, ideally just swallow him, but Kirby never seems to swallow
him, and then Kirby would be like, the next time he does that thing, he'll be like, you'll be a little Predator.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, that would be absolutely awful. John is in the chat, producer John, saying, I can't think of a character that does not give off heat would be a huge advantage. Okay, all right, well, I can. So Kirby, Gex from Gex Enter the Gecko, a cold-blooded lizard. Also,
one in Donkey Kong.
Oh, King K. Rool.
It's in Smash. King K. King K.
Yeah,
Rool.
that's a much better idea, but I've already said Gex, so I'm going to lock it in.
Yeah.
Kirby.
Which version? The American voiced or British voiced?
American. The American voiced one.
Okay.
Gex, yeah. Because here's the other thing. In a Predator situation, you're going to need someone to deliver some wisecracks. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to be me, because I'm going to be lavishly wetting myself with fear. So, yeah. Kirby. Gex. And then who is the perfect complement? What is the team missing? I feel like Kirby can steal the powers. Gex is just cold-blooded, so I guess won't be. So I guess that's good. And
that means that like he won't be able to take the heat off you. It means that there's only three.
Okay, right.
It's
Okay, I'm changing my answer. Can I, instead of Gex, can I have a really hot, like physically hot? No, I mean like temperature hot game character.
Yeah.
So that they
like Magmar
like who
from Pokemon. Magmar, isn't it Magmar? MAGAR.
Oh, the one that's a snail. Is it a? What's the one that's a snail with a volcano on its back?
That is.
In a regular show of the weekend, there would now be a hard cut to us saying the name of the Pokemon.
Googling.
Hang on, I'm googling it. Volcano snail Pokemons. Macargo.
In the chat.
Yeah, Macargo. Thank you very much, the chat. Yeah, Macargo.
As well.
Yeah.
Is the previous iteration of that Pokemon.
The good thing about a Macargo is that, as well as being extremely hot, so it attracts the predator's attention, is that it's extremely slow, so the predator can be busy killing it. Meanwhile, me and Gex and Kirby
Macaco, I choose you to die in my place.
To die quickly. Yeah, that. But also the other thing is, obviously, because Macargo is slow, the predator will easily catch it. But that also means it's not going to take long. Also, it's just a snail. The predator would just like smash its shell, and and kill it straight away. It'd be easy. So what's a video game character that gives off immense heat but is also extremely quick? Oh,
you think that Sonic would
yes
give off a lot of heat because of the speed he moves at?
What about when Sonic becomes supersonic and goes Super Saiyan and glows yellow? He's basically on fire then. All right. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is turning into like the most 11-year-olds like answers ever. I would have Sonic in his supersonic form, and I would have Gex because he's so funny, and Kirby. Oh, Freya the Wolf in the chat suggests Detective Pikachu because someone's going to need to solve my murder when the predator pulls my spine out. I
mean. Yeah, but it's got to be the Ryan Reynolds voiced one, though. Definitely.
Yes, yeah, sure. But just imagine that. Yeah. Detective Pikachu, one last drag on the roll-up cigarette. Looking down at my spineless corpse. Yeah, or like bent over fully in half. Yeah. They say he never had a bone to pick with anyone. But he ended up with no bones at all. And then
whoever did this,
and then
Spike.
And then Detective Pikachu would take a little swig on his little whiskey thing. Yep.
Little flask.
Yeah, and Kirby would be like, "Should you be drinking on the job, Chief?" And then Detective Pikachu would be like, "Shut up." Or maybe a better quip.
Can you tell it's a Friday afternoon?
Okay.
So what's your final answer? Because you've got 4 there, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, we can't go without Gex. I feel like people would be furious if there was no Gex. We can't go without Kirby because Kirby will actually do the job and kill the predator. He would inhale. Yeah, just inhale, and then once inhale, I'd be like, Kirby, what you are going to do now, instead of spitting out the predator and gaining his powers, just swallow him and digest him. And Kirby would be like, and then swallow the predator.
The acid go.
Also, like, what's inside a Kirby? Presumably a black hole or something. So I think, like, I think the predator would be compressed down to the size of one atom and be dead.
Yeah.
And then, so Gex, Kirby, and I think I'm going to have to say Bubsy the Bobcat. The dream team. Yeah. Next question. Oh, Mediocre Danny D suggests Flood. Would Flood be useful? Also, I definitely would cry when Flood died. So
you'd be crippled, and then basically the Predator would just have to take out Flood, and then you'd be so heartbroken that you wouldn't be able to walk.
yeah.
You'd just be stuck on one spot sobbing, and then the Predator would get you. So yeah, I think.
Yeah. And then the absolute nightmare situation is the Predator would get hold of Flood and become truly unstoppable.
I'm just imagining a Predator with like a water jet.
Yeah. I think the next, they're like, but the rumor is they're remastering all the Mario games. I think probably when they remaster Mario Sunshine, they'll put a Predator in it, and every now and again a Predator will come out of a pipe and tear Mario's spine out. Yeah, I think that'll happen. Okay, yep, cool. There's my final. I think those are my final answers.
Lovely. Well, okay. Next up.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun just looking at the chat, by the way, because everyone's making really good suggestions. Everyone's like Goku, Master Chief, Bubsy.
Oh. Yeah. Shadow Mario. Instead of Shadow Mario, you fight the Predator. Philip has suggested for Mario Sunshine. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and Thomas Engelthaler, Doom Slayer. Yeah.
These are all.
That was the early option, but Luke went with Gex instead.
I have no regrets. Oh, someone in the chat suggested Isabel from Animal Crossing.
Yeah, someone else, Hobby Harry, has said Tom Nook will put him out of business.
Yeah.
Financially ruin him so he can't afford to get to Earth, and then
yeah, this all works out. Yeah. Yeah. Also, like, the Predator is bloodthirsty and aggressive, but I do believe that there's a heart of gold in there. And I don't think the Predator like wants. The Predator travels around the universe finding fair game to hunt. It wants a challenge. Like, it wants to hunt the most difficult game of all. So, so like Dark Souls.
You defeat him by giving him a copy of Dark Souls.
Yeah, and Predator would be like, and I'll be like, you don't understand. It's the deadliest game of all. And then he would shoot me with his gun. Get the old spine out.
Well, Luke.
Yeah.
I've got a big question here for you now.
Okay.
This is multi-stage question, basically. Well, not multi-stage, but there's a few questions within this one. Okay.
Yeah.
So back in 2004, the cinema world was rocked by one of the most ambitious crossovers of all time. Take a backseat, Marvel's Avengers series, because first came Alien versus Predator.
Sure. That was pretty bad.
In this, a Predator from Predator and an alien have a fight or something.
And an alien from Alien.
I've not seen it, so.
You haven't seen it? Ellen, look, it's lockdown. You've got to watch Alien versus Predator. That's the rule. Did you not receive the government notice? No, the government said everyone has to watch Alien versus Predator. It's there's like a big Aztec or something. There's a pyramid.
The Antarctic and the xenomorphs from Alien are in there, and then the Predator comes to fight it.
Yes, and it's rubbish because I'm not a huge Predator fan, but I really, really like Alien, and I really like the xenomorph. Yeah, and they make the xenomorph seem so weak and rubbish in Alien versus Predator. The Predator's like mowing them down.
Chat, everyone is like, no, Ellen, don't watch it. No.
Jam Dev says there are like 10,000 films you could watch before you have to watch Alien versus Predator. No, I'm reading some comments here that say it's a masterpiece. It's Ellen. You should watch it for sure. Luke's right. It's great.
Ellen, do not watch it. Aliens versus Cowboys is much better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. I was lying. There were no such chat messages.
Of the series. Thank you to those people for standing on. Anyway, Luke.
Yes.
What is more powerful, an alien or a predator?
An alien. An alien is more powerful.
Well, we will test that theory now. Who would win in a fight? To answer this question, okay. I have gathered a list of various pop culture aliens and real-life predators.
Right.
And you must decide who you think would come out on top. So I've got some scenarios here, basically.
Okay, great. All right.
Of an alien, we know from pop culture, and a real-life predator.
Okay. An animal, I'm guessing. Yeah, cool.
Some extinct, because I know you're penchant for dinosaurs. So...
Yeah.
I've got some suggestions here, and I want you to decide who you think will win. If we go through these really fast,
okay.
Basically, I will throw it to the chat. So if you got ideas in chat, save them. Don't put them down now. I see people already putting things down.
Yeah.
And there's one alien that is coming up a lot.
Yeah.
And don't worry, that one's coming.
Okay.
So save it.
All right.
Okay,
so you want my gut reaction? Who would win in a fight between?
Okay, so first off,
can I before we begin, are these all taking place like in the same? Can I ask questions about like what's the arena? Is it like neutral ground? Is it?
You can say, well, if it was this.
Oh, okay. Cool.
If you think that there's a different scenario, which one would win?
Right.
Like, do say that.
Okay.
So say, I think this would win in this situation. This one would win in this situation. That's perfectly fine.
Okay,
answer.
Great.
So, first up, the alien is Yoda from Star Wars.
Okay.
The predator, a Sumatran tiger.
Is it wrong that I would love to see a tiger get Yoda? Do you know what I'm imagining? You know the way tigers like toss their food around, you know, like a cat, like and you know the noise that Yoda makes in Empire Strikes Back, like. So, I think, okay, if it's Yoda, like prequel Yoda, then surely Yoda would win. But if it's Deathbed Yoda, I think then like.
Well, the chat's really going for Yoda.
Yeah, but bear this in mind, the chat. What if it's Yoda? He's like seconds away from turning into the Force, and he's lying there, and he's looking up at Luke, and he's saying, there is another. And he's about to impart that knowledge, but then a tiger drops through the ceiling, quickly picks it up in his jaws, and just runs out the door with it.
I want that cut of Star Wars.
Yeah, they did it. They filmed it. They filmed it all. A tiger came in and got the Yoda puppet and ran out. Yeah, so generally Yoda.
Some puppet tiger would even just be great.
Yeah, so Yoda generally, but if the tiger was smart, it would wait until Yoda was about to die and then run in and eat him quick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if Yoda is still strong to be able to use the Force, he'd be able to be like, whoop,
yeah, he'd
throw the tiger.
Well, he'd just squash him, I think.
Yeah.
No one ever uses Force squash to squash their enemies.
Yeah. Right, next up. Alien is E.T. from E.T. the Extraterrestrial, your favourite.
Horrible
and
alien.
the predator
really unpleasant.
is a wolf.
A wolf?
So you know how they fly over the pine trees? Imagine if E.T. fell off and in those pine trees was a wolf.
So the bike's going along, E.T.'s in the thing, they hit some turbulence, E.T. bounces out, spins down to her. Well, the fall would kill him. Well, yeah, a wolf would win.
Yeah, the chat is agreeing.
Yeah,
right
a wolf would win, and I would congratulate the wolf on its victory. I think the best that E.T. could hope for is that its flesh is somehow toxic to Earth animals, and the wolf dies later.
Yeah.
Also, we
Yeah,
don't know
I
how an ET reproduces because they didn't put that in the film. So, so it might be that, like, if you eat an ET, it explodes. Yeah.
It goes and then
Yeah, it might explode out your stomach or something stronger than ever. It might be that what we see as an ET is just the sort of pupal larval stage of an ET. And actually it turns into like a Goku or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think the wolf wins it.
Yeah, the wolf wins.
Fun fact, I have met the actual ET puppet because it's at like Lucasfilms studios in San Fran.
Yeah.
And it was
Had the fame gone to his head? Was it surprisingly down to earth?
He was pretty chill. He was just sitting there.
Oh, I bet he's gone all mouldy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to, because Mike was with me, so I'll have to ask.
Oh,
But
gross.
anyway, next question. The alien is Grunt the Krogan from Mass Effect 2.
Oh, great alien. Very strong alien.
The Predator, I've tried to match him up with something similar, is a bear.
Wow, okay. Does Grunt have the weapons?
Yes.
Okay. Against a bear, what kind of bear? Like a koala bear?
Koala bears aren't bears, they're marsupials.
Well, that's what Grunt would say as he hoofs it into a lake.
I think a grizzly bear, the largest of the bears.
The largest, scariest bear.
And scariest of bears, yeah.
Bears can move with surprising speed, but nevertheless, I think it's got to be Grunt the Krogan, because as soon as the weapon is brought,
yeah.
and
the voice of Todd also says Grunt doesn't need weapons because he's like all the weight is up here.
Yeah,
and he just
he would just charge. Yeah, Grunt every day, all day, every day.
Right.
Grunt wins unarmed. Yeah.
Okay, next one. The alien is Jake Sully in his Na'vi form from Avatar. And the Predator is T-Rex.
Okay. Wait, hang on. Technically, isn't the Avatar like grown in a lab? You know what? It doesn't matter. I really do not want. I really.
No, he is that's an alien species that he's.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
into.
And I cannot stress how little I want to get into Avatar lore. Well, absolutely a T-Rex. And here's how I think it would go down. So I think Jake is it Jake? Jake the name?
Jake Sully. What a name!
Yeah.
What a boring
name. So Jake would be flying around on his like pterosaur thing that he's plugged into. Yeah. And he would be flying. He'd be like, "Whoa, cool! It's so great being an avatar. Wow, cool." And then he would be like, "Hey, Birdo." For that is the name of his bird. Let's fly closer to the trees. Let's fly low and make it exciting. And they do that. And they're like, whoa, just above the canopy. Wow, it's so beautiful down here. And he's sort of flirting boisterously with the
danger.
With danger. I was going to say with the other Navi, but I can't remember anyone's names because Avatar is bad. So, and then he's like, whoa, hey, watch me like do a cool barrel roll over this rock, but it's not a rock. It's the prominent head of a sleeping T-Rex, and then just moments away, the T-Rex eye just like size of a dinner plate. Jake tries to pull up, but it's no good. The T-Rex head swivels round, teeth tear through the wing. Immediately, like he loses an arm. The bird is in half. He's down. He's on the floor. His friends are rushing to help, but it's too late. The T-Rex treads on him.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love you painted a beautiful picture there.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, the alien is the Doctor from Doctor Who.
Okay.
And the Predator is a cheetah.
Well, the Doctor would win because I know the Doctor has like a sort of no guns, no killing rule.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Doctor would easily trap the cheetah in some sort of infinite time warp, or like just like point the sonic screwdriver at it and like rewire its brain to be friendly. I'm pretty sure that, the Doctor, any incarnation, any cheetah you like, any day of the week. The Doctor's amazing. Yeah.
The Doctor is great. I just thought time-traveling alien versus the fastest animal, and that was like a cool, fun one.
I can see the thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Today everyone lives, the Doctor would say, and then kill the cheetah. Except this cheetah, and then use a sonic screwdriver to blow its legs off or something. I don't know. Okay, cool. Right. Next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
Versus a great white shark.
Oh, well. Stitch. I've got to say Stitch. No one wants to see Stitch taken out by a shark.
No, but the thing is, Stitch is at a slight disadvantage because remember at the beginning of the film, he's scared of water because water might hurt him.
Of course, that's right.
So he's got to first overcome his fear of water before being like Tarabanga and going after the shark.
Well, Stitch is presumably this happens during a surfing session, right?
Yeah. So he and Lilo surfing
along. So
having fun.
Stitch obviously also is like extra motivated to save Lilo, and Stitch is scared of the water, but I don't think Stitch is scared of jumping inside a shark and then exploding out of it. Yeah. I think Stitch would jump in and then put out his arms and legs like
and then just
like that. Yeah. So you was from the outside, you would see the shark, and then just two little arms and two little legs would kind of.
And then he'd do like a little spin.
Yeah.
And it would slice the shark in two.
Or using the feet that are now poking out of the shark, walk up on land, and.
Hi, I'm a shark.
And then.
Nobody gets eaten by a shark.
That is the literal translation. Yeah. Yeah.
All
right.
Right. I think that's answered. Alien is Gonzo from the Muppets. Spoilers for Muppets in Space. And the Predator.
Yeah.
Is a red fox, and now there's history here because Gonzo loves chickens.
Of course.
So he's got
Gonzo would
something in the game there.
The red mist would descend. The thing is, like, when a Muppet is angry, it's like, and sort of like runs. It's a kind of like sideways run, like, So that, Gonzo, but I think he'd feel terrible afterwards.
Yeah. I think he would just scare off the fox because foxes are quite skittish at points.
I don't think Gonzo would let it get away. I think as it was fleeing, he would chase it down.
Next alien is one that a lot of people were calling for in the chat when I first mentioned what this thing was about.
Yeah.
It's Alf.
Alf. Okay.
Alf.
Yeah.
The weird nose thing.
In pog form. Okay. Yeah.
Then versus the Predator, a crocodile.
Oh. Well, Alf would do well against the cheetah because Alf eats cats, right? I think I understand that from... Okay, like, we didn't really get Alf in the UK, and...
No, I know him vaguely.
Yeah, and as a result, I don't really get Alf. What, like, is it a comedy thing? But he eats cats?
Yeah.
He doesn't look cute. Alf seems...
awful.
Yeah, Alf seems horrible. But, but then maybe if we understood it. I would say a crocodile. I think Alf would stray too close to the waterline. I don't think Alf has very fast reactions. I think Alf would be in the water before he could do anything, and then the crocodile, once the death roll begins, I think that's basically it for Alf.
Yeah. Okay, so final two. First one is Paul from the film Paul.
Oh yeah. Okay, pretty bog standard sort of little green man alien. Yeah.
Yeah. Versus, because he's small, a Scottish wildcat. So Merylwen's wild shape.
Merylwen's wild shape. Well, the Scottish wildcat. The thing about those aliens, that kind of classic Area 51 sort of looking alien, is that they look so soft and squishy. And I think a cat could get its claws in that real easy. Yeah.
But Paul has the ability to share all his knowledge if he touches you.
Yeah.
So
well, that but
what if he the cat's brain, like in a just like not literally, figuratively, blows their mind by being like, here is like life, the universe, and everything.
No, because
and then just say, look,
what would happen? I know what you mean, but what would happen is that the cat would jump on, grab hold of Paul's head, and then because it's then touching Paul, it would gain all of Paul's knowledge, and it would be like, aha, so this is how to kill you. So this, right
in the artery, done.
Yeah. Now that I've touched you, I understand your biology perfectly, and I know that if I just put my claw through this, as you say, through this artery, Paul is down for the count.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, finally, Rocket Raccoon.
Okay.
From Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Versus a predator on a smaller scale, an actual raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon versus a raccoon.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one. I don't know that Rocket Raccoon could pull the trigger.
Because the thing is, it sounds like he's never met another raccoon. He's called Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
But, like, he doesn't know, like, when Star-Lord mentions the word trash panda.
Yeah.
Because everyone is going, obviously Rocket. But what if he comes across the first creature that actually looks like
Oh my god, he would be like, you're one of me.
Yeah.
The first one I've ever seen.
He looks like him.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how could I can't. I think basically it would be a stalemate, because I think the raccoon, he's not a bug, so he's not going to go after Rocket, you know.
Yeah.
So they would just hug. But also, I think he would probably have a crisis of like who he is, because he's seeing this creature that looks like him, but is not like the very kind of human version that he is, because he's been transplanted into that body. Basically.
I don't think Rocket Raccoon, upon seeing a raccoon, because Rocket Raccoon doesn't know about like Earth raccoons, it might be that Rocket just doesn't understand that it's an animal of a much lower order of intelligence, and would just be like, why aren't you saying anything, and why are you naked?
Yeah. Where's the jacket?
Yeah. But I similarly don't think that a raccoon could kill Rocket. So yeah, stalemate. I think stalemate.
Yeah. John Sharplin says both have weird graspy hands. It's a draw. So
yeah, it's creepy little paws. Ooh. That's my answer. Yeah, stalemate.
Yeah. Well, and that is the last one. And I think we're about to run out of time.
Oh wow, we really are. That was great, Ellen. Thank you so much for this amazing quiz.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Yeah. And thanks everyone in the chat. I've had it up. I've been reading all the comments as they come in. There's some amazing suggestions. Sarcosuchus versus Akbar. Akbar, he's got the strategy. Yeah. What should everyone watch next?
I believe Eurogamer are doing their happy hour tavern time.
Yes, let me pop a link in the chat. Producer John is in the chat as well. Kate O'Sullivan says, thank you both for being supportive of your followers as they are of you. You bring us laughter. I hope we can give some right back. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, it's Kate O'Sullivan who did that incredible, literally everyone else in the world.
Oh, goodness, that was so good.
Cover.
Yeah,
Kate, we love that so much. It was tremendous.
Down version of literally everyone else in the world. Brilliant parody version. Love it.
Yeah, if you have a look on the
dark.
outside
Instagram.
Yeah, the outside Xbox Instagram or Twitter, I think it's been retweeted and reposted somewhere if you want to check it out. It's so funny. It's the charity single, but kind of reworked to be about lockdown, and it's incredibly performed. Right, okay, so there we go. John has put the link in the chat now. The Happy Hour Tavern stream over on Eurogamer after this. What should we tell people to say when they go to Eurogamer chat? We should give them a message to bring.
Oh gosh.
It should be
like one of the alien things.
Yeah. Just go into the Eurogamer chat. Just let them know Tiger beats Yoda.
Tiger beats
Tiger
Yoda.
beats Yoda. Tiger, and then the little arrow strength sign. And also, someone in the chat be kind enough to explain what that means so that they're not completely baffled. Yeah, and also just get their take on it. I want to get the Eurogamer take on this Tiger versus Yoda situation. Let them know about the deathbed clause, because I think that's kind of important as well.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. So we'll pop the link in the chat a few more times. Here, yeah, here it is. One more go. There we go. Yeah, so go check that out. And oh boy, I've just look. I've got the Eurogamer thing open, and everyone's going Tiger beats Yoda. Do explain. Oh, and now they're like, okay, there's huge confusion there. Okay, well, I feel, yeah, do try and explain and give some context, but do go check it out. That Tavern Time stream is so much fun, and it's really brilliantly done as well. Like they have this like they get capture of like an in-game tavern, and they just sort of like chill out in front of it. It's really clever, and really fun. So
nice way to end your Friday afternoon, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that great quiz, Ellen. I had a great time.
I'm glad.
And thank you everyone for tuning in. Yeah, go check out Eurogamer. We'll put the link in the chat one more time. And we will see you next week when we are playing D&D as well as doing this, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Oxventure next Friday. So check that out.
So this might be a bit earlier or later. We will let you know.
We'll figure it out and we'll let you know. Cool. Oh, and Ellen, don't forget your hair. Before you yank the headphones off and take all your hair out. Cool. All right. Cool. All right, take it easy. Bye everyone. Bye.